Welcome to the Sports Bros Podcast, featuring the almighty B-Live, the money man Scotty D, and your host, the head of creative Eddie Cool. The Sports Bros Podcast, by the fan, for the fan, talking sports just the way you like it. And without any further ado, let's give it up for the Sports Bros. Hey, what's going on, world? This be your boy Eddie Cool, aka the HOC Eddie, your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros Podcast. Little quick housekeeping, real quick. I apologize for my absence. Had a little emergency to attend to, but all is well and all is fine. Everybody's good, and can't complain. Can't complain that at all. Now I'm back in the saddle with Cash Money Records. I'm sorry. I had a flashback to 99 and 2000. But before I go any further, I'm going to introduce two of the best hosts in the world that held it down for me last week while I was out taking care of that emergency. Coming to you live from the home of the Woodpeckers. I forgot the stadium name, B-Live. I ain't going to lie to you.
It's all
but
right.
He's there. He's the El Capitan of this thing here. He is the almighty B-Live.
What's happening? What's going on in the world today? Yes, as the HOC Eddie Cool alluded to, I am coming to you live from Segra Stadium here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They have been gracious enough to allow me to be in one of the club seats here. A little blur in the background, you know what I'm saying? That's little special effects that I do on my side. But, it got the badge, you know what I'm saying? Ready for another homestand right here. We're facing the Hill City out of Lynchburg. The Hill City Howlers out of Lynchburg, Virginia. So I'm looking forward to that. I got some things in store for our lovely home crowd here. And you know how I do. I like to troll the away team, so I got something for them too. But it's going to be a good time all throughout the week and everything like that. But yes, we are here. This is episode 350 of the Sports Bros Podcast. Man, we've been doing this quite a while. We're going to keep it going. But go ahead and introduce the other guy, because we can't do it without him. My man, 50 Grand. Go ahead and talk about him. Go ahead and talk about the other guy.
Because it just wouldn't be the same. He's the other guy. He is the pride of Washington, Pennsylvania. Either he's in the school hallway doing something, in the cafeteria slanging mashed potatoes, telling the greedy kid, that's enough, or he's doing something in the community of Washington, Pennsylvania. He is the pride of that very place I just mentioned. The one, the only, the money man, Scotty D.
Because I got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, because I'm already standing on the ground. You know why I have a peaceful, easy feeling today?
Why is that, sir?
It's training camp time.
Yes.
It's training camp. And this is usually the time of year where you see Jerry Jones' big plastic frog face out there in front of everybody talking about, we can't get a deal done with Micah. We got a deal working on with Dak. Ezekiel Elliott's in Cabo. Something stupid going on. And right now, the biggest wild card I thought we would have coming in this month would be the contract situation of George Pickens. And they tagged him and he's going to camp. And there's a peaceful, easy feeling going on around the house. There's usually drama everywhere. Right now, they're kind of quiet, kind of under the radar. And I kind of like it. So let me enjoy it for now.
Because you know it ain't going to last.
Because Jara loves drama. Right now,
Yeah.
Frog-faced Jara is kind of quiet. And let me just enjoy this peaceful, easy feeling as we get into training camp time.
Scotty D, why you got to be a frog face for?
Well, I don't know why he does, but take a look at the man.
Oh, that's
there
what
goes my complimentary season tickets, huh?
He's like, oh, Scott, you don't mean it. Here's your tickets, son. Thank you for being a lifelong fan. Here's your tickets, bub. Here's your tickets. Well, fellas, let's not lollygag and gallywag. We got a lot to talk about in a short amount of time. We got a long way to go in a short time to get there. Let me stop singing these songs because somebody gonna want some money and I ain't got it to give. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The top of the order. All right. Let's get this thing started. Here it is, the top of the order. Back at you here on the Sports Bros podcast. And as the money man Scotty D mentioned, training camp is underway. We got a Hall of Fame game up here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's in Canton, Ohio, where we have the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Carolina Panthers. And bad news for the Panthers, be like we lose Nick Skirton for the season. Towards ACL.
First day of training camp.
Day one.
Lord.
You had a tight end carted off the field today too, actually, but I think they said it's just a sprained ankle.
Oh, okay, Lord,
For the Panthers.
Yeah, I heard something today.
Jesus,
it's just dropping like flies, man.
Like, could you not? Like, now I gotta look up stuff, and I don't like looking up stuff.
If somebody else gets hurt, I'm gonna be like, look, no more Hall of Fame games. We don't want no Hall of Fame games. No Rick Lee games.
A week from Thursday, right?
Yes, it's a week from Thursday, the Hall of Fame game where Luke Kuechly will take his place in Canton. Some people say he don't deserve it, but
who says? I look
haters.
Let me find them on the street, because that's wild behavior. But yeah, and there's always gonna be somebody. There's always gonna be somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like this: if Luke Kuechly doesn't deserve it, can you have the same argument for Patrick Willis? Because these guys only play like what, 7 or 8 seasons.
And the impact on the field was ridiculous. Come on, let's not do that. Let's not pick hairs at this moment in time.
Yeah,
but
in the words of B-Live, people just like being straight up silly. All right, so fellas, coming into training camp and coming into the upcoming season, I have a question for you as we head into the 2026 NFL training camps. What team with a new coach do you find the most intriguing, most compelling? Scotty D, I'm gonna let you go first.
Well, there are 10.
Okay.
There are 10 new coaches this year. John Harbaugh, Clint Kubiak, Raiders, Kevin Stefanski with the Falcons, Jesse Minter of the Ravens, Mike McCarthy, Steelers, Joe Brady, Bills, Mike LaFleur, Cardinals. Robert Saleh is back in the head coaching ranks with Tennessee. Jeff Hafley, who I don't even remember him getting hired by the Dolphins, but he's the Dolphins head coach. That's Jeff Hafley.
Okay.
And Todd Monken with the Cleveland Browns. I got to say the most interesting one has got to be Mike LaFleur with the Cardinals. I'm just kidding. Nobody's interested in that situation whatsoever. That's nobody cares.
Yeah, we didn't know the last coach's name.
Yeah. I don't even remember who he replaced. Arizona's a boring team. I don't care about the Arizona Cardinals. There's a few interesting ones on this list. I obviously as a local guy, the Mike McCarthy Steeler thing is very compelling. The Harbaugh, the Giants thing is very compelling. I think what I'm interested to see how Clint Kubiak lands in Vegas with a quarterback who I think is going to be a bust. They drafted Mendoza. And his name?
Fernando Mendoza.
Mendoza.
He said Francisco. He almost forgot who they be like.
They got to build an O line. You got to build the Mendoza line out there for this kid.
Literally.
Yeah. Like that. I'm anxious to see if they try to ride him out of the gate. Is he going to be starting? Or they got Kirk Cousins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins. You going to try to start your season by winning a few games with that guy? Or are you just going to say, you know what, let's go youth movement all the way. Let's start this kid who lit the college football world on fire a year ago. Didn't lose last year, right, B-Live?
Defeated.
16-0.
He's a winner, but I don't know, man. I'm not. My expectation for this guy is low. I don't know why. I never watched him and felt like blown away by him. So that whole situation, Kubiak going to the Raiders. Kubiak was a Super Bowl champion last year. A lot different this time around. So I'm interested to see that one. And well, there's another one. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to let you take your turn, and I'll throw in my honorable mention. I don't want to step on toes. So let me see what you guys got. Go ahead, B-Live.
Go ahead, B-Live. I like how we both said, go ahead, B-Live.
Ta-da. Man, I'm curious to see, because I feel like the Giants are trending in the right direction. So I feel like John Harbaugh can add something to that team. But when you've got your star running back that just came off of surgery,
Off
doing
his
back,
ankle.
so what? So all somewhere on them lower extremities,
Yeah.
doing backflips
Doing a
on
flip.
just like, come on, bro. I get it. Scatterbo, you're a wild kid. But, man, sometimes you may be your worst enemy. Like sometimes take a step back and think about the business at hand.
You're in the
Hopefully,
NFL now, bro. You can't be doing that.
Mm-mm.
right. Like I was like, come on, man. I got a couple friends that are Giants fans. I'm like, Jesus. Like, can you just imagine just like, and we're gonna hope and pray that he stays healthy. We get to see the best of. We want to see the best of all teams. We never want to see injuries and stuff like that, especially these guys like that. So I'm curious to see what Harbaugh does to this team. Like I said, that I believe is trending in the right direction. I think they have pieces in place that can be entertaining to watch this year. Can they make the climb in the NFC East? Can they rise above the Eagles? Can they rise? I mean, the Cowboys, the Redskins, no name football team, Commander Piglets. Will they rebound? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to watch the NFC East. The NFC South, of course, is where I reside. But that's another question for another day. We talk about new coaches and what we want to see. Giants. That's what I'm looking at this year. What's going to happen? What happened?
They've been bad for a lot of years. They seem like they're trending in the right direction. So that I'm also interested in that.
Yeah,
And
the
it's
Giants
cool.
are
What say you?
the Giants are a team to watch. I just need Jackson Dart to slide and Cam Scatterbo. If you're gonna cut a backflip, land it, make sure that thing is healthy. Maybe that was his way of telling us, hey guys, I'm good to go. I'm looking at this list. The Joe Brady in Buffalo. We all know that he's an offensive guru. He's an architect. Because for the Bills, the expectation hasn't changed. Year in, year out is Super Bowl or bust when it comes to the Bills. So as far as training camp goes, we'll see how much that transfers over to week one of the regular season. I mean, Buffalo, they have Josh Allen. They still have the running back game. That defense, I think for the Bills, they have to be healthy. They have to be healthy because they've been going through a rash of injuries over the last few years, and you've seen it like between the short secondary, the line is getting gashed for big gains of yardage and running, and then like the secondary, they've been getting torched as well too. So, I mean, Josh Allen is that dude, but as we know, it takes more than one guy to win a Super Bowl. To get there, it takes more than one guy to win the Super Bowl. So I'm looking at this whole Joe Brady's Bills situation. Of course, I can't say nothing. Can't go any further without talking about the hometown doo-doo Cleveland Browns and this whole Todd Monken situation. When my
Underwhelming hire up there, right? Is that how everyone felt at the time?
everybody was like, because
Yeah.
because me personally, I would have rather had Jim Schwartz, but since they thumbed their nose at Jim Schwartz, let's not forget Jim Schwartz helped them have a top 10 defense over the last handful of years. And you thumb your nose up at him, I'm like, okay, well, who they gonna get? They're gonna go get Todd Monken. Okay, all right. So, well, can he finally stabilize quarterback situation because we finally have a healthy Deshaun Watson, and then we also have Shador Sanders. I don't know what Dylan Gabriel's got going on. He's looking at Scotty D like he about to throw up in his mouth. Let's see how his offensive philosophy will work with the weapons that he has, and will they have enough talent to outperform if the offensive clicks. So, man, I would say that the Cleveland Browns one that's my 1B. 1A is definitely Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo was going to be the team I was going to honorably mention, and for the reasons you said. But I think we're all going to be curious to see the dynamic between Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, them reuniting again. Both those guys winning a Super Bowl for Green Bay against Pittsburgh. Now both guys, years later, a lot more gray hairs on each head as a member of the Steelers. This is Aaron Rodgers' already pre-announced swan song. So can he get along with McCarthy 1 year? They seem to be embracing the fact they're working together, but didn't Rodgers kind of run him all the time last time they were together? From what I remember,
that's what I remember.
I mean, and now McCarthy's got to go in there, try to rebuild the Steelers. I mean, not necessarily rebuild them, but get them back to the postseason. They haven't won a postseason game now in over 10 years. That's the goal, is to get into the postseason and win. And now you're going to count on a 42-year-old arm who did not look that great in the postseason last year to be your guy. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see how that all comes together.
All right, cool, fellas. I'm throwing a bonus question for you. All right. Out of these first-year head coaches, all right, Harbaugh, Monken, Brady, Mentor, or Kubiak, we might go ahead and eliminate him after that. After I read the question, which one of these first-year coaches you think make the playoffs? We're just gonna go ahead and get Todd Monken the hell up out of there. I'm sorry.
I think Brady's got Brady in Buffalo. I think that's pretty much a given.
Yeah.
I mean, I see.
If Allen stays healthy, that's a given.
Yeah.
If Allen stays healthy, even if they don't win the division, which I think they will, you would think.
You think New England's gonna have there's gonna be a sophomore slump type of?
Oh yeah, I think New England's taking a step back this year.
Okay.
Other than that on that list, maybe the Ravens, Mentor and the Ravens.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
The cupboard's not bare there either. I mean, they have the MVP quarterback.
Yeah.
They were a playoff team last year. They needed a change, though. I mean, and I think Harbaugh's a really good coach, but it was time to shuffle the deck a little bit.
And I think that's almost by default with the division with Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh. I mean, I think Baltimore's still the best team in that division, and so.
Ooh, I don't.
Oh, you think this is a Cincinnati Joe Burrow rebound?
I do.
Okay.
They addressed it a little bit defensively this offseason. I think it's trending that way, but
I feel like we're coming around that time to where we make our predictions for each division. That's probably coming up next week or so. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these.
I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks.
Scotty D is going to be on assignment, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
For 2 whole weeks. What are we going to do?
He can text us his predictions.
I can do that.
Yeah.
And so we'll outline that
it's not fair to keep the world waiting. I know the world wants to know what I think.
Oh, here we go.
We can't keep the world.
Yes.
Oh Lord, I tell you, the air just got sucked out of the room.
I'll tell you a coach that I'm very interested in this year is McDaniel, the Miami Dolphins coach who got fired last year. Now has the task of trying to get Justin Herbert over the playoff hump. He's going out. He's working with him in San Diego. Are they in San Diego? We're not
LA,
the LA San Diego Chargers.
And from what I was told, don't nobody care about the Chargers like that. She was so funny when she said like man, don't nobody care about the Chargers like that.
Let me do my best Arnold Schwarzenegger. Go Chargers.
Go Bolts. Go Bolts.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that could be a big hiring right there for him to. He didn't show much to me as a head coach, but I think the guy knows offense.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I definitely can agree with that. So,
and if he's working with Jim Harbaugh, I mean,
that could.
Every year I think wherever Harbaugh goes, here comes a chance to win, and it didn't happen last year. It didn't happen last year with the Chargers. I was expecting better things.
Well, that's one of the things that they needed to improve on was the offensive side of the ball because Jim Harbaugh knows defense. And San Diego, I mean, it's LA. The Chargers' defense was legit. So maybe that's what I'm saying. Let's see. That is an interesting take, and I do like that. And so I really think that the Giants can. I think the Giants can make the playoffs. I'm
really?
sticking with them. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they can jump into a wild card situation. I don't think they're going to win the division. I still think it's the Eagles' division to win, to lose. But I think Yeah, I don't.
Because I got a peaceful, easy feeling.
I don't know. I don't see enough improvement. Well, look,
We'll see.
we'll see. We'll see.
With the Giants, it might be a waiting. It might be a wait and see kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we shall see. All right. And not to be outdone, the other professional sports league, the NBA, LeBron James did not come back to Cleveland. Instead, he went to the Philadelphia 76ers, where he'll join VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, and the cast crew and company in the city of brotherly love. They're going to boo your ass if you underperform, so get ready for it. So the question, fellas, does LeBron's move to Philly make the 76ers the championship favorite, or is there somebody else like Oklahoma, San Antonio, New York? What say you, fellas?
I want to start this off because there's a little backstory behind this. Because man, I wasn't clear enough when we spoke about the possibility of LeBron going to Philly and the team that Philly already had. So this goes out to my dude AJ Lewis. Me and him had a little debate online and one of the trash talk groups that I'm in. And I want to say this to him publicly. I put the 76ers as favorites before they added LeBron. I think their move with Jaylen Brown, switching out Jaylen Brown for Paul George, with Embiid, Maxey, and Edgecombe, were a championship caliber team. I want to make sure that I did not make that clear in our previous episode. I want to make that clear now. Adding LeBron James will give you experience that they need. Jaylen Brown already has some of that experience as well. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to hinge on this. Philly, the 76ers, their championship hopes lie with the health of Joel Embiid.
Yep.
He is the difference maker. If he's not able to stay healthy in the key moments of this season, and it's one of those things, this is the latter part of the season. If I'm the 76ers, I may put a minutes restriction on him for like the first 40 something games, just so the dude is because they're going to win the games. They're going to win the games right now. Like I feel like the first 40 games, this is a where they get their they basically get the what's the word? I can't even think of the word. Where the team continuity, where they start
camaraderie, chemistry.
Chemistry. Boom. I like that. That's where it's at.
Bubble gum. No, go ahead.
Yeah. They got to build that first, because this is almost reminiscent of the first year Miami Heat when LeBron joined that team. With D Wade and Chris Bosh. They were on paper the best team in the NBA. But they didn't win it all because they had a little bit of chemistry issue. Then they came back year 2, year 3, LeBron, boom, 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 and did what it did. They're on a very short timetable. Do you think LeBron? I don't think there is a year 2 for LeBron James for them to figure out the chemistry. It has to come quick. And so, and is it?
Yeah, I kind of disagree about the Embiid thing.
You disagree?
I don't think him going down, if he gets hurt, I don't think that ruins things for them altogether, because I think he slows down this team. These guys are, I think these guys can get out and run and play at a quicker pace without having Embiid post up and kind of drag the floor. I mean, it's not like, I'm not saying they would be better without him. I just think that without him, they would survive. I don't think that would ruin things. I think this team's good enough anyway. And I do think they are content. I don't know if I'm going to say they're the NBA the favorites to win the championship, but I do think that they're going to be good enough to be a serious threat to come out of the East.
And that's what I would definitely say. The reason why I say it rides with Embiid is because the style that the 76ers play. Now, will they change?
We don't know what that style is now. It's a whole new cast of characters, 2 new starters.
And that's where it lies. They would have to change their offensive scheme, and that's again comes back to chemistry. I still feel like that somebody's going to have to take a step back. Is it Embiid? Is it LeBron? Is it Maxey? there's only one basketball, and that's where I think that's where a lot of it lies. I think chemistry will be a main player in this. There's a lot.
Yeah,
There's a
I
lot of
think
star
all
power
of them
there.
would be wise to step back and go with the hot hand of the night, because LeBron at some point during the season he's going to go for 28 to 30 points, and other nights he's probably going to go for 12. And on those nights, that's whenever you need Embiid to go for 28 and 12 rebounds. And some nights Tatum's going to be on fire, and some nights Edgecombe's going to be on fire. I mean,
Jordan Brown.
Brown.
Brown, yeah.
I was like, Jason Tatum to the Sixers. You
Yeah.
must be thinking about
I plucked the wrong Celtic off the branch.
You must be thinking about
Jaylen
your boy playoff P, Scotty, or playoff P. That's Scotty D's boy.
Man, the Celtics, they got to be considered the favorites at this point.
With playoff P.
Yeah,
it's craziness. But and so like I can agree with you on that sense. I think here's the thing. I think last year the Lakers were best when LeBron took a step back and let Luka lead the team. And then when Luka got hurt, you saw the flaw.
Right.
And it just wasn't enough. So I think LeBron is already in position himself to be in the supportive role. I mean, 2 years, $8 million.
I agree.
I
don't think he's so egomaniacal now that he's going to be like mad if he's not getting the most shots. I just don't think he's there at that point. I mean, the guy's playing 2-year contract, $8 million. He's obviously at this point not in it for ego and money. He's just trying to chase a ring, and I don't blame him at this point. What else would he want to do? I just think the Sixers, if the Sixers want to improve their chemistry, they could probably go out and get one more piece, maybe a 6'2" shooting guard, averages about 2.9 per game. Pluck him off the vine over there in LA.
Yeah.
So if you can pry Bronny away from the Lakers,
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
Look at what he dissolved into the Ethernet. Did you see that?
He sure did. He was part of. He's like X-Men '97 going through the time warp and stuff like that.
No, he looked like the Kool-Aid Man coming through the wall. Look at that.
So
that's the next topic.
I heard the build up, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He gonna fit. God,
Yep. There's one more team. There's one more team. And speaking of that, while we got a few minutes here, the pennant race is heating up, fellas. It is heating up here. As I'm looking at the standings here, Tampa Bay is on top of the American League East, followed by the Yankees, the Red Sox in third place. In the Central, we got the White Sox, the Guardians, and the Twins, 1, 2, 3. The West looks wide open with the Rangers, Astros, and Mariners all within 2 games of each other. Going over to the senior circuit. They didn't know. Yeah, I bet you didn't know they call that. The senior circuit of the National League. If I get everything to click over real quick. The Braves are on top of the division, followed by the Phillies and the Nationals. The Marlins are not too far away. The Mets, they might as well be good as done. They're 17 games back. Brewers, Cubs, and Pirates, your Buckles, they got a 500 record, Scott. They are 55-52. Holy cuss word. Almost
they are
for a second.
Tied right now for a wild card berth.
Oh, ain't that something? It's 2013 all over again, and we got
the season ended today.
Yep,
the season ended today. The Pirates will be in the wild. They'll be in the wild card.
Yep, and then out west, we got the Dodgers doing what they do best, followed by the Diamondbacks and the Padres. So some viewer just sent a text and they said enough about LeBron. Next, signed a disgruntled Lakers fan. All right, so we're going to move along. We're going to move right along. Join us in the chat, okay? Join us in the chat. All right. All right, Scotty D, you're our Buster Olney, if you will, when it comes to this baseball thing. How this pennant race looking? Checking up for each league.
Well, I mean, you gotta figure the Dodgers are still a team with a target on their back. They're not letting up. They're 67-39. The trade deadline coming. I think the baseball world is holding their breath and hoping that they don't land Scooble from the Tigers. If he goes there, that's a hard thing to overcome. Because Ohtani hasn't even really been pitching that great this year. I mean, he hasn't been as excellent this year on the mound. But if you get Scooble, man, it's just how do you compete with that?
If Scooble goes to the Dodgers, just go ahead and have a lockout, cancel next season.
Just go ahead and start.
Go right into the lockout.
Yeah. The reason why I say that is because that right there is screaming, we need a salary cap. And the players don't want it. So that just go ahead and lock out, because
Yeah,
that right
that's where
there
we're headed.
would just be that's just come on.
What did they say? An embarrassment of riches. How the
Oh
Knicks
yeah,
keep getting richer. Yeah,
Yeah.
they.
that
If they, I'm like you
Scooble
guys.
come to Atlanta. Come on, Double A, make it happen. Alex, the GM for Atlanta, go ahead and just bring them on over, make it happen. That's all. We the Braves need a solid starter. Where our starting rotation is like abysmal because of injuries. Like,
Uh,
if we add a piece like Scooble, and then we got Smith Sawyer coming back from injury, Swellenback coming back from injury, Chris Sale, that's dangerous. That
mm-hmm.
is World Series dangerous. Like, but we'll see. Maybe we move on from Alex, from Raleigh. Like, he's been terrible. But that's just me. I'm talking about my team a little too much. I think the Braves survived. The Phillies wild card, and they made like Phillies are always dangerous. The Brewers are in there. Cubs, Dodgers.
I mentioned about 2 weeks ago that I thought the Phillies still had a shot at the Braves, and at this point they're 6 back in the loss column. I think there's gonna be a lot to make up, especially now the Braves just got Acuna back. So that's like acquiring an all-star at the deadline without having to acquire a player, without having to make a trade. And quietly, the Brewers are 1 game behind the Dodgers.
Oh yeah,
They are. Yeah.
around.
They just go out and every year they just kind of quietly go about their business and win games. The Brewers are dangerous, but I just, how do you overcome all the talent that's on the Dodgers right now? That's a big key.
In the AL, just real quick, the Red Sox are in the playoffs of the season today. Could we say that a month ago? They were the worst in the division for the longest time, and then went on a 15-game winning streak. And we're here now. They said,
and the Yankees are going the wrong way because they just lost Bellinger. They haven't had Judge since May, and he's not coming back anytime soon. It's not working out for him on the healing situation. And Stanton has had a bad calf since April. So
the Yankees will be active before the trade deadline.
They will be, but
what did they say about what was going on in the world during the Red Sox win streak? We could eat lettuce. That's the last.
Yeah.
we were able to eat lettuce. So if that tells you about the win streak, I mean, it does. I mean, they currently sit at 55 and 57 games back from the Tampa Bay Rays. Are they still playing
that changed a lot of things too, because they were about to become sellers at this deadline. Then they won 15 in a row. I mean, as a Pirate fan, there was talk over the last month before this win streak that they should make a play and try to get Aroldis Chapman back. Well, at this point, if you're Boston, you're not getting rid of that dude because he's closing out games for you. I mean, he's too valuable. So that changes a lot of things from the Red Sox, from the buyer-seller situation.
Scotty D, how long has Chapman been playing? He's been playing about 15 years, ain't he?
Probably been about that, yeah.
Still sweating bullets, still throwing straight fart, poop, straight gas. It's just it's like every time I see Aroldis Chapman pitches, he makes an appearance. I'm like, all right, I gotta watch this. 16 years and still throwing that straight gas. It is what it is. All right. With that being said, we've talked about football, baseball, and basketball, but we're not done with football yet. Coming up next, the draft. We each draft our own team of quarterbacks, and you know how we do it.
Bronny.
He's picking Bronny. Sticks Day, don't you dare go away. Sports Ball Draft coming right up.
Take your pick. It is time for the Sports Bros Draft.
We are back on your favorite sports podcast, none other than the Sports Bros Podcast. Now, for about, fellas, close to a month and a half, we've kind of, I don't want to say diverted away from the choices of the voices, but we had to freshen up a little bit. We had to revamp it. So we've been doing some drafts. We drafted everything from NBA MVPs to wrestling theme musics and everything else. The coaches, you name it, we've done it all. So, Scotty D, with that being said, what are we drafting this week?
Well, we didn't do one last week to recap, so we're going to go right into it. And this week we are going to be picking the current NFL quarterbacks. This is fantasy football, but it's quarterbacks only. And we'll each get 5 quarterbacks on our team. And we'll let you, the public, decide which stack of QBs you like best, you think best. I think B-Live, you're up first, right? If I'm not mistaken, this week, right? Aren't you number 1 overall?
Yeah, because I got you right here. I was just guessing. I'm like, I'm going to put B-Live first.
I think he's number 1 this week.
That'll work. That'll work. I am here for the challenge. And with that being said, I'm just going to jump right into it. We already mentioned him before on the podcast, and a lot hinges on his health and everything like that. So I'm gonna go with Josh Allen. Go right out the gate with it.
Josh Allen, the Winter Soldier, the former MVP of the Buffalo Bills. All right, Josh Allen. Who's next? Is it me or
me?
Okay, go ahead, Scotty. He said me.
And I will take Joe Burrow because I bang the drum for this guy all the time, so I might as well go all in.
We just need his line to do right and for him to be healthy. That's all.
Right.
That's all we need. That is all we need. Ooh, boy. So that leaves it up to me. Patrick Mahomes.
I had already written that down for you, Eddie. I was hoping you weren't going to make me scratch that one out. Because either B-Live or I could have taken him as the top pick, and it would have been a good choice. Because he's still, to me, the man on the top that you got to knock off the top of the totem pole. Even though things didn't go great last year, it wasn't like somebody came in and supplanted him as the top guy in the league. Sam Darnold was the guy that won the Super Bowl last year, and he beat Drake May in the Super Bowl. So it wasn't like some new hero arrived on the scene. It's still Mahomes' league at this point, if you ask me. But all right, B-Live, you're on the clock for the second pick.
All right. I'm going to do this because of the dynamic and all the talk and everything that's going on. I'm going with Matt Stafford. I feel like he's reigning MVP, and what that defense is probably going to do this year is going to leave a lot of opportunities for him. I think Matt Stafford is the way to go for me at this moment in time.
Okay.
All right. Well, if we're talking MVPs, I have to take Lamar Jackson then. Is my second quarterback.
You dirty dog. I was going to say.
I thought about Lamar Jackson. I'm wondering him coming back from injury and how, will he be able to rebound as well? So I'm not mad at that at all because I was really leaning on him, but I was like, I think Aaron Donald joins the Rams, and I just think that just leaves the door wide open for another breakout year for Matt Stafford.
Well, last week, B-Live and I went over the NFL quarterbacks as ranked on ESPN, as decided by executives, coaches, and scouts. Mm-hmm. And these 5 quarterbacks that we have right now were decisively the top 5. So here's where it starts to get interesting because we pretty much have the top 5 already off the board. And now let's see where we go from here.
Eddie, cool. You're on the clock.
Time to put a turd in the punch bowl. No, I'm joking. No. I'm going to go ahead with Dakota Rain Prescott. I'm going to go ahead and pick Dak.
Well, he was 6th on the list, so this is all kind of holding up so far.
Scotty D, you know as well as I do, and it ain't no secret. When he's upright and healthy, he's good. When his line is protecting him, he's good. Don't forget, a few years ago, he came this close for passing for 5,000 yards. So.
Well, this year, he's going to be playing in the NFC Championship game for the first time.
Oh, boy.
You hear that? Spoiler.
This is where things are going to get interesting, because as Scotty D said, the top 5 have been pretty much top 5, and Dak Prescott, number 6, and not too far off. I'm doing it. Jared Goff. I think statistics-wise, he is definitely still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I think Detroit can make a lot of noise. I'm going with Jared Goff. Oh, yeah. There it is.
Okay. Well, I will go with the guy who impressed me last year, who I thought took a big jump, and that was Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. All right.
I think he was rated a little bit low on that list. He was listed as 10th, and I think he's better than. I think this year. I'm drafting this based on where I think he's going, as not as quite as much as where I think he's been.
Okay. I'm okay with it.
Ooh. Boy, y'all making it real tough for your boy here. Real tough for your boy here. You know what? Now here's a guy that had a lot of promise coming into the league as #1 overall pick. But this year, under Leon Duval, this guy that D calls him, he will no longer go by the name of.
Do it to me.
I'm sorry, B. Trevor Lawrence.
I thought he was gonna still be on the board.
Slip by there, huh?
I was hoping he was gonna stay on the board. That's all right. That's all right. That's my boy. But yeah, Leon Duval. I see what you said. Like, dang on it. You grabbed him from me. You grabbed him from me.
They're gonna say, "What's the coach's name?" Leon Duval. I don't know. David Duval's brother. But
oh man, this is gonna be risky. It's gonna be risky. But I don't think he falls off. And this is gonna be. This might be a little bit of reach. Sam Darnold.
Okay.
I think him and Smith and Jigba have a connection, and I don't think that's really going anywhere. I'm gonna give him another ride. Let's go for it, Sam Darnold. There it is.
Also, I don't think the past 2 years were a fluke either. So
yeah, I'm saying he did damage in Minnesota, and then now he's a Super Bowl champion. Yeah. There it is.
So I'm going to go again with potential guy we talked about earlier, Justin Herbert.
Okay.
Last week I kind of trash talked myself. I thought he was ranked too high at 7, and I still believe that. Well, here on our list, he's down around where I think he should be ranked. This is the 12th pick so far.
All right.
For 11.
I'm gonna go with Drake May. Upside.
All right, he's going with Drake May. Scotty D says it's going to be a sophomore slump, so we shall see.
But to be able to take the Patriots to the Super Bowl minus Brady and Belichick, yeah, you're doing something right. Yeah.
All right, this is okay. This pick I have to do just because to keep my membership with the NAACP, I have to. So.
Oh, your quarterbacks are all Caucasian at this point, be like.
Yes, they are.
They resemble the Lakers. Oops, my bad.
I gotta do something for the culture.
He's gonna take Ronnie. He's gonna take Ronnie.
Absolutely not. But
oh God.
This is tough. Now I'm gonna do it for upside reason alone, and I have faith that you guys are going to fulfill what needs to happen and not leave them off the list entirely when I make my decision. I'm going Jordan Love. I'm going Jordan Love out of Green Bay. I just feel like his wide receivers are young, they're thirsty, they're hungry. They're going to get after it. Jordan Love. And I'll do it for me.
Made my decision a little tougher because I thought you were going to take one of two others, and you didn't. So now I have to pick between the two. And I think I'm going to go with a guy who has a Super Bowl trophy in Jalen Hurts.
There it is. That's what I was like, I'm hoping that y'all don't leave him off the list. And Scotty D did exactly what I need him to do. Because it was between Love and Hurts, and I went with Love. Yeah. So Eddie Cool finishes off, my friend.
Since y'all loving on Hurts, I'm gonna have to go with Ice Bryce. He got ice in his veins. Bryce Young.
Oh no, you went with the homer pick. He wasn't even on my radar anymore.
I'm gonna have to go with Bryce Young, man, because you got to think, man, for him to have the poise to that Rams game sold me, man, and then the way they played the Rams game tight in the playoffs, that sold me as well too, because the Rams are TUFF tough, and for him to have back-to-back good performances against the Rams, that says a lot. A lot of people, they still don't believe in Bryce Young. Hey, that's okay. I'm pretty sure you won't believe that your uncle will ever be sober. But guess what? One can only hope, right? One can only hope. But yeah, Bryce Young. All right, so recap of the
All
list
right.
real quick before we move on. Be Live, Josh Allen, the reigning defending MVP Matt Stafford, Jared Goff, slanging Sammy Darnold, and Jordan Love. Scotty D, he selects Joe Burrow, Joe Shiesty, Lamar Jackson, Caleb the Iceman Williams, Justin Herbert, and Jalen Hurts. Me, Patrick Mahomes, Dakota Rain Prescott, T-Law Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, and Bryce Young. And we ask you, who got the best team between the three of us? Let us know. Let us know.
Just to tell you who my other one I almost picked instead of Jalen Hurts was Jaden Daniels, and Washington had a little bit of a tough year last year, but I think that kid's a stud, and
He's special.
He's going to climb his way. He'll be a top 10 quarterback this time next year. We're making our decisions on.
You heard it on the Sports Bros podcast. Scotty D said, "Hey, he gonna be top 10." Watch this, Jaden Daniels.
So.
Notable omissions: Bo Nix out of Denver, Baker Mayfield from the Buccaneers, and
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, notable. But
And Brock Purdy, another guy who's been to a Super Bowl. Brock Purdy.
Very much so. So yeah.
Have you heard this situation with them?
Ooh, San Francisco?
Yeah.
And Brandon
Shanahan was in a car wreck.
Oh yeah, he got to a car wreck.
He's in like concussion protocol for a coach.
Jesus Christ.
And yeah, I guess this was pretty serious. He had like 40 stitches or something, 40 staples in his head. And
oh yeah, they say he beat the hell up. I read that last night.
He beat up. And he's still going to practice, but he has a veteran coaching staff that's taken the bulk of the pressure off of him for a time. I think Raheem Morris is out there with them now. I think he's on the defensive side of the ball.
Radio
Raheem. But
Raheem the Dream, Radio Raheem.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's awful news. I felt bad when I heard that he got beat up so bad.
Yeah, he's one of the more likable coaches in the league, and get well soon, coach. Damn. All right, Scotty D, what's on tap next week for the draft?
Well, it's going to be a couple weeks for all the three of us will all be together again to do this again. So it'll be August 17th when the three of us will be back together doing this. So, I'll be gone the next 2 weeks. Next week, I'm going to be away with a family vacation. The following week, I'm going to be working the Pony League World Series here in Washington again, and I will be unavailable for that. But when we do come back and get together, we'll and you guys can discuss all this next week. But we'll draft together again in actually be 3 weeks, and we'll be choosing our all-time announcers. We hit that before on a choices of voices topic, who we thought like was our all-time announcer. But we each pick 5 announcers from any sport, college or pro, in the history of mankind since they've been talking into microphones, and that'll be our next topic to be drafted in August.
And it'll be full of exaltations. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that. But I know Scott will have
Was that a Doris thing?
No, that was Doc Emmerich, sir.
oh, Doc Emmerich. Yeah.
Yeah, when the Blues won the cup, Steeler Resolve, that's your girl Doris.
Steeler Resolve was Doris, yeah. Exaltations. Yeah.
What kind of dumbass question is that? Anyways, that's what we got going on for next week draft. Coming up next, Be Live. I forgot you was at the stadium, brother. It's all good though. The next time you tell me you're going to the stadium, I'm gonna send you a message. Bring the darn bat. You know what? Your woodpecker on your t-shirt has a bat, so that'll suffice for right now. Coming up next, the walk-off shot. We get ready to go home and get up out of here on the Sports Bros podcast. Coming right back at you.
And a walk-off home run.
Okay, boys, time to wrap it up. Let's go home with some walk-off shot.
Taking my cut at bat. I think I'm here for a triple. I got one man on base. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this triple and go home and get the hell out of here. You heard the woman. It's time for us to go home and get the hell up out of here. But before we go, we're going to do it over here at the Sports Bros Podcast, the walk-off shot. We talk about something a little bit. We elaborate on it. We opine some. And in my typical fashion, we educate, entertain, extravaganza, and I forgot the fourth E because, you know, if I do something, if I don't
Enlightening
do,
and entertaining.
yeah, after I don't do something for a while, I forget all about it. With that being said, I'll go first. Scotty D, I got some important news
Mm-hmm.
coming out of your division. All right, the NFC East. So, according to ESPN and Tom McManus, the Eagles and defensive tackle Jalen Carter, is he the one that spit on somebody last year, the year before last?
I think it was on Dak on opening night.
The man spitter. Keep your fluids in your mouth, all right? All right, so Jalen Carter agrees to a 4-year, $152 million extension, all right? So the Eagles are signing two-time Pro Bowl selection Jalen Carter to a 4-year, $152 million contract extension worth up to $160 million. His agents Drew and Jason Rosenhaus told ESPN's Adam Schefter the deal includes $106 million guaranteed. The contract is the richest for a defensive tackle in NFL history, and both guaranteed money and average annual value at $38 million. Now, Carter at age 25 has been selected to each of the past two Pro Bowls. He has 13.5 sacks, 37 quarterback hits, and 108 tackles in his first 3 seasons. So if you're looking at the AAV value, it's Jalen Carter at $38 million, followed by Jeffrey Simmons at $3.52 million, and Chris Jones at $31.75 million. And his guaranteed highest in the league at 106 million. Jeffrey Simmons at $100 million, and Chris Jones at $101 million as well too. All right, Scotty D, them boys got the block for 2 good games in the regular season because typically when the guy gets a contract, he kind of slows off, but I don't think this big boy about to slow down any time soon.
He is a beast.
Yeah, he is a beast. Keep your spit in your mouth, your hand on the ground, and set your sights on the quarterback. Over to you, Scotty D.
Well, a lot was made last week of the ESPN dropping the hammer on several employees, and the one that you hear the most about is Brian Clark and what was going on with him. I happened to like Clark when he first got onto the scene and thought maybe over time he got a little arrogant, but I thought he was a good analyst. But this is not really about him as much as the fact that being overlooked in all this is Carl Ravitch, who was with ESPN
that is right.
since 1993. Yeah, he started many years ago. And he's just one of those guys you just always thought would be around. He was just and he wasn't ever the guy that was like the guy who jumped off the page at you the most. He was never like Chris Berman or Stuart Scott, the guy that was like had all this charisma and catchphrases and all that stuff. This was a guy who just quietly was a staple at ESPN, a professional. He did a lot of things with them. He did College World Series, obviously baseball was kind of his thing. He did some golf, college basketball. Kind of feel bad to see Carl Ravitch go, and I just wanted to mention him because he seems to be in the shadow of some of these other things that are going on, and hope he lands somewhere where we can see him still do his thing. He's only 62 years old, still got a little bit in the tank, I think. So all the best to Carl Ravitch. Over to you, B-Live.
Start a podcast, Ravi. Start a podcast.
Yeah.
That's just the direction that ESPN is going. Like you're seeing less like sports at sports, and you're seeing more personalities. Not a fan of the direction.
They got off the Sunday Night Baseball thing too, so I think that made him expendable, probably.
Yeah. So that's the world that we live in. I mean, if they're going for more podcast type people, hey, got 3 of us if y'all want to hire, brother.
That's it. Youth movement. We're all young men here.
Yep. Since y'all paying podcasters $60 million, y'all heard about how much McAfee's getting paid, right?
What, $60 million?
I think he signs between $60 and $80 million. His contract. I don't know the length of it, but it's again.
Is that for him or is that for his show? Because that's not an ESPN produced show.
It's. I'll look into it a little bit more, find out the details behind it. But a lot of people are bringing the company under scrutiny because he got a big raise and they made all these layoffs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumpster fires and people that should get laid off, the University of North Carolina, and this is my third and final pepper point.
Go ahead. I read it early. Go ahead.
This is my third and final pepper point, a.k.a. my walk-off shot. Just throw the whole experiment away. Bill Belichick. It can't get no worse. But they Michael Lombardi has been put on paid administrative leave for what it seems like to be an HR complaint, and it's just a laundry list of things that are just going wrong for the University of North Carolina's football program. There's no upside. We don't see any, like, their recruiting has been subpar at best. There's really not much. Their transfer portal hasn't been the best for them. It's just there's no promise for this team. And now their general manager's been put on leave because of an HR complaint. That doesn't necessarily mean he's done something wrong, but I mean, I'm pretty sure where there's smoke, there's fire. And this is just yet another step in the wrong direction for the University of North Carolina. And guess what? You're not going to get any sympathy from me because I told them, well, why? Why? But at this moment in time, it is what it is. And I don't feel bad for them at all. With that being said, fellas, I got a baseball game to get to.
Yeah.
Go Packers.
Yeah, just go ahead. Year 2 should be the last and final year. All right. With that being said, thank you for tuning in and watching and listening to another episode of Sports Bros Podcast. We appreciate everybody that's tuning in from day one today, right now. With that being said, and in closing, do something nice for yourself. And if you can, do something nice for someone else. They'll greatly appreciate it. Now, more than ever, be a blessing, not a burden. Wash your ass and wash your lettuce. It's been another episode of the Sports Bros Podcast. Be live. Take us home.
Yes, sir.
Happy Shark Week, everyone. Happy Shark Week.
That is right. Happy Shark Week, y'all. Hey, y'all take care. Bye. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Hey, it's Eddie Cool here from the Sports Bros Podcast. Thank you for listening, and as always, continue to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Just click the link in the description box and keep up with the Sports Bros Podcast. And once again, thanks for listening.